Hello, I am Erin with Five9, and I am at CX Summit in the News Hub, joined by Karl Fischer, the Managing Director of CX Transformation with DecisivEdge, who help businesses with their CX transformation. Thanks for coming.
Oh man, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
I am very excited to have you here because I want to talk about bridging the digital divide, and I know that is a topic that is super on top of your mind. So
it's a very large topic on our mind. You know, as we've gone into this year, we're coming off some unprecedented times, and a number of companies have had to invest rapidly and maybe accelerate their digital transformation to enable agents to work from home.
Okay.
And this phenomenon of remote working has created a demand for cloud-based solutions. And as they've gone into the cloud-based solutions and integrated a digital platform, they haven't fully adopted. And so you're looking at a situation where a number of companies are actually in various stages of digital maturity. And that's creating a digital divide.
Interesting. So you're saying that digital divide is that bridge that you're going to help create from where they are being on premises, possibly like, you know, in the office, to working from home and using all that modern technology.
And yes, and it goes even deeper than that. So if you take a look at companies today, there's really three different scenarios we're seeing with the companies and their infrastructure. You've got premise-based solutions where companies, you know, 10 years ago are high-fiving because they structured such a great deal for a premise-based solution, and who saw, you know, the pandemic coming.
Right.
And then you've got companies who are still premise-based, but they've put their toe in the water and perhaps have used a cloud-based solution for IVR or chat, but they're not fully integrated. And then you've got companies who've gone in and done the whole digital approach, but they're still slow because an out-of-the-box solution isn't necessarily a fully integrated solution. McKinsey just did an article where they talked about they believe that only 10% of companies are fully digitally integrated. What a tremendous upside for Five9 and for DecisivEdge.
It is. So is that the other big trend that you're seeing, is that slow adoption where they start with CRM or they start with one component of a cloud solution, then they start to add others?
The adoption's slow. I think there's three things we talk about when we look at a company and kind of do an assessment. And the first thing we always do is we go in and say, what are your goals and objectives?
Okay.
And we hope and pray that one of the things they talk about is customer experience, because if you're not, you're going to miss your revenue and your retention numbers. But when we go in and look at that, we see three things, and I always call it the three T's. There's technology, there's time, and there's tactics. So when you look at the technology, do these companies have the platform integrated where they need to be, and is it on their roadmap? So we talked about premise-based, hybrid, and digital. So that's the one piece. The second, and also, by the way, many companies, spent years in the banking world. You've got a fraud area, a collections area, a marketing area, a customer service area. They may all be working on different platforms. So you have to integrate your technologies across your operating model. Then you go into time. To do that integration takes time from your developers. It takes time from your IT staff. And the challenge with that is that most of these guys are working on projects that have a revenue plan associated with it. And so many companies still look at customers or contact centers as an expense. So when you look at the time piece, what's the time and the opportunity cost, and can you justify an ROI? The third thing is tactics. Do you have the skill sets and the strategy to make it all work? And I think that's where we bring I'd be remiss if I didn't do a gratuitous plug, but that's where I think we bring it in, is because we're not just solution-centric, but we've ridden in the chair. We've run call centers. We've run technology pieces, and we understand the pain that they're going through.
So technology, time, and tactics.
Yes.
And when you combine the two, when you bring the technology, you take the time, and you apply it tactically, that's how we're going to improve the contact center.
That's how we're going to improve the contact center.
I like